and welcome to GHS 14. I am Emiliano Reyes. Today we're going to be talking about three of the important topics I think that's important. Pregnancy is topic 1.
In your first few months of pregnancy, hormones flood your body. Your baby is still tiny, but already your body is changing. Your breasts start to swell and may feel tender. Tiredness, nausea, and frequent trips to the loo are common pregnancy symptoms. In the second trimester, your rapidly growing uterus gradually rises up out of your pelvis. You'll start to feel the first flutters of your baby's movements, and an obvious bump will be showing by mid-pregnancy. In the third trimester, your growing baby pushes your intestines and stomach up. That's why you might be feeling breathless. And heartburn is a common problem too. Your bladder is also under pressure. You'll be making more trips to the bathroom, even more so when your baby's head engages, ready for the birth. These symptoms will go after your baby is born, but your uterus can take up to 2 months to shrink back to its normal size and position.
We're going to commercial, just to give you guys a little break.
And there's your beautiful baby. Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Each morning I get up, I die a little. Can't barely stand on my feet. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and cry. What you doing? Yeah. I spent all my years believing you. I just can't help it. I spent all my years believing you, but I just can't live long. Somebody, anybody find me? Somebody too.
Introducing the all-new Ridgeline, the only truck with an available truck bed audio system. The new truck to love. From Honda.
Now we're going on to the topic of hormones. We all have them, might as well learn them.
I wanted to talk to you about some ugly stereotypes that are going around. I've been hearing a lot of unfair, unseemly, and unscientific generalizations being made lately, and they mostly have to do with sex and your hormones. People have a nasty habit of equating hormones with a particular set of behaviors and conditions, most of which have to do with reproduction or sexual development or acts that include what my brother John has referred to as scootily pooping. For example, people will say that hormones are why Kevin has zits and is being all moody, or why Hannah, who's 3 months pregnant, just cried watching a commercial for car insurance, which, let's be honest, I do that too. Now, I'm not saying that hormones aren't at the root of sexual attraction or zits or occasional bouts of extreme emotion, because they are. That's just not all that they do. Not even close. When people talk about hormones in the context that I just mentioned, what they really mean is sex hormones. But sex hormones are just one kind of hormone that you have coursing through your body right now. In fact, there are at least 50 different types of these chemical messengers at work in your body at this very minute, but only a very few of them have anything at all to do with sex. The truth is, from birth to death, just about every cell and function in your body is under your hormones' constant influence. They're floating through your blood, regulating your metabolism, your sleep cycle, your response to stress, and the general and incredibly important overall homeostasis that keeps you not dead. Some hormones are just there to make other hormones trigger even more hormones in a kind of chemical relay race that biologists refer to rather elegantly as cascades. These hormones run through your body no matter what your mood is or whether you have zits. So the reality is, we are all hormonal, all the time. To begin to understand our hormones and the endocrine system that produces, releases, and reabsorbs them, we have to step back and take a broad view. Not just by emphasizing that sex hormones are not the only hormones you have, but also by looking at how your hormones interact with your other organ systems. Because if anything, your body has two bosses. Two complementary systems that are constantly shouting instructions over each other to all your bits and pieces. Both your endocrine system and your nervous system are constantly trafficking information around your corpus, gathering intel, making demands, controlling your every move. They just have totally different ways of doing it. Your nervous system uses lightning-fast electrochemical action potentials delivered by an expressway made of neurons to specific cells and organs. But your endocrine system prefers a slower, wider stream of data. It secretes hormones that travel through your blood, not through neurons, so they move more slowly, but they also produce widespread effects that last a whole potential. Now, compared to your heart or brain or other arguably more glamorous organs, your endocrine system's organs and glands are kind of small and lumpy. They're also rogues. Instead of being all nestled together like in your other organ systems, these guys are scattered all over the place, from your brain to your throat to your kidneys to your genitals. A gland is just any structure that makes and secretes a hormone, and the master gland in your body is the pituitary, which produces many hormones that signal other glands, like the thyroid, parathyroid, adrenal, and pineal glands, to make their own hormones. The endocrine system also includes a few organs, like the gonads, the pancreas, and the placenta in pregnant women.
Now for the weather. How's it looking out there, Juan?
Hot like jalapeno. I'm Juan.
It covers concussions, and I decided to have Troy Aikman interviewed.
And you see the knee right there, knee right on his helmet.
Aikman's concussion was bad enough. He could not return to the game. Aikman was taken to a local hospital.
Back to the locker room.
I went to visit Troy, who was sitting in a darkened hospital room, all alone.
The room is dark because Aikman can't even stand looking into the light. It's this sort of surreal scene where the city is celebrating and the quarterback who won the game is in the hospital with his agent.
He looked at me and he said, "Lee, where am I?" And I said, "Well, you're in the hospital." And he said, "Well, why am I here?" And I said, "Because you suffered a concussion today." And he said, "Well, who did we play?" And I said, "The 49ers. And he said, "Did we win?" "Yes, you won." "Did I play well?" "Yes, you played well." What does that, and so, what's that mean? It means you're going to Super Bowl.
5 minutes later, they're sitting there, they're continuing to hang out, and Aikman suddenly turns to Steinberg and says, "What am I doing here?" And the next thing you know, they're reliving this conversation they'd had 5 minutes earlier.
For a minute, I thought he was joking. And I went through the same sequence of answers again. And his face brightened, and we celebrated again. Maybe 10 minutes passed. And he looked at me with the same puzzled expression and asked the same sequence of questions. It terrified me to see how tender the bond was between sentient consciousness and potential dimension confusion was.
But